Well, I'm doing this video right now, and I know I'm not the beautiful, but I'm just doing this like a download, so I'm not trying to be beautiful. We all know that I can be beautiful and get it done and do whatever you want to do. See, when I say spiritual, I mean I teach people how to care more. That's my spiritual. I teach people how to reflect every choice, everything they do, every moment, live in Jesus Christ consciousness. So everything you choose to do to yourself or to others, you think it through and you reflect it and you do a spiritual change and a choice and a reflection to keep you in the spiritual soul and spirit consciousness. Not just, I want to do what I want to do, I'm in flesh and it feels good to do it and I don't care who I hurt attitude. So that's what I mean by spiritual. So no, you cannot tell somebody what their future will be, but if you have a vision of somebody that you know, that you've seen something that might happen to them, that might hurt them or might be good, you might mention it to them, but there's no guarantee it's true. It's just something you've had as a download. So then you might put it in a read and say, I've had this download, I don't know why I'm having it, or who it's for. Then that's not saying that you're telling a certain person their future. Well, whoever's in charge of the YouTube or the algorithms or the hand-picking certain reels, certain videos, certain things to go into your Google, then that person is hand-picking things for you to watch, to believe in, then it's already been pre-picked. And I've already been told this by a person that works for the GOV. If you ever have anything in your feed that you didn't look up, and it's just planted there, pay attention. It's planted on purpose to see if you have discernment, test you as a spiritual being, or drive you crazy if they're jealous. So if people are handpicking your videos and your reels and or your Google, they're taking over your Google through an internet source, through a group, then they're doing it on purpose to either drive you crazy, test you, throw shit in your head as chaos, so then you think it's real, so you live in chaos and fear and paranoia. So then they can put you on some sort of a disability as under paranoid, and you don't have discernment, you're not spiritual. It's all a game. Now, when you look things up, like what is my sign today, then you're just kind of looking at it for fun because you want to eat a bonbon today and you want to look up your sign today, then that's different. You can look it up. But that's just a guarantee that it could happen. There's no guarantee it will happen. And it's just a read. Okay, but if we're psychic, which I am, clairvoyant, we really do see things that have happened, see spirits that are attached to you, and that is what I am. I am not sitting up doing tarot reads for random things that are going to happen to people because the tarot card is going to say it. I literally am seeing it, visualizing it, having a remote view of it, having a dream about it, and see it's something that I should tell someone or tell anyone or tell a collective that is for a collective, and or teach the collective in any way, shape, or form that I can to have humanity care more, do better. That was my coaching, care more, do better, ever since 2020. But instead, everybody handpicked my videos and my reels, handpicked me in my WhatsApp, my metadata, wrong medical, to keep throwing a bunch of tarot reads at me that have nothing to do with my diagnosis or me, had something to do with somebody else that they put data in a CRM to drive me crazy, for me to fight and say that's not my read. Well, then we can say, well, just scroll by if it doesn't apply to you, to see if I have discernment. No, I knew exactly what he did and why. So that's why I said it. It's not right. Don't deliberately do that and cause chaos, because now you're just being mean. Putting someone through spiritual warfare to fight for who they are, instead of just let them be who they are and be a coach who they were, would like, because you're dark. So I did know, and that's why I put it all over the internet, what he did and why he did it, and he was mad. He didn't figure that I would ever do that, because how would I know that? That's because I'm psychic. Real psychic. No data manipulation. No, I read it up and I did a deep dive on somebody. I literally knew what he was doing and why, what his motive was. And I knew right when I meet people what their motive is, what their mind is thinking, because I have telekinesis, telepathy, clairvoyance, I have it all. And it causes seizures when somebody just keeps terrorizing me, because I want them to leave me alone, because my mental telepathy is always on, defending myself instead of off and relaxing. So chaos magic, when they know that you have that, they like to keep causing it by putting false data in your metadata, which is your WhatsApp, which is your business, which is your internet. Then that's someone that's deliberately using tech against you and false information and leading a whole group to do the same thing. That is not spiritual. That is chaos, and that is spiritual warfare. So I know that. That's why I called it out the way that I did, and it made you all mad. Then you wanted to put me in a spiritual box, because I'm exposing what you do. It's called it causing chaos magic, causing crash outs, and causing manipulation, and see whether or not they know what's real or what isn't real, to see if they're really spiritual, to test them to see if they really understand telepathy, remote viewing, or they're just fake. And you all think I didn't understand. So I called you all out on it, and that made you more mad because I am that, but I thought that was awful that you would do that to someone that's finally just trying to show their spiritual gifts that are real and that are like to heal the humanity and the collective for the good. You wanted to keep testing and terrorizing and causing chaos magic to try to disturb them, make them act out, act crash out, and act dark. You'd rather do that to test if they're real than to just let them be peaceful and teach and heal the collective with no initiation and no humiliation and none of that manipulation. And you all think I don't understand. So, come at me correct. And I don't need 100 tarot reads to tell me what's going on. I do know. And that's another thing you're doing to test me to see if I need you to tell me or if I know on my own. I know on my own. Rock and roll, baby.